was no action taken 1 year till now.
After, well, we're in August right now. Martin, give us just about 30 seconds. Where do you think we're going from here?
I think new air has entered into the banking hall. And I maintain it. Fresh air has entered into the banking hall. As far as I know, what was missing in the previous leadership was acting on information that was available.
Also, let me talk about clearing up or repositioning or positioning.
Well, it's, I think, no. There's clearing up, there's repositioning, there's positioning. And I think all three will play in the future.
Okay.
Because the clearing up,
the sequencing is what will determine when the market recovers.
Because unless the SEC, the NSE, and other associated come in now and begin to cooperate with the CBN in this particular action.
And they're going to need Opebangu at some point because it's part of the clearing out.
Well,
which is the
macro level. I ask myself, what do I do tomorrow morning? What does the stockbroker who's 12 billion naira and his turnover is 5 million? What does he do tomorrow morning? What does the investor who owes 50 million naira but his net worth is 500,000? What does he do tomorrow morning? That is where what I'm talking about. The central bank governor just let out the Pandora's box on Friday. By Monday, okay, we are going to deal with all sorts of things coming out of that Pandora's box. Now, what I would love to see is let everybody face reality. We are not talking about debt restructuring now. I'm talking debt amnesty, possibly. Okay, when you owe, it sounds far-fetched. It sounds far-fetched, right? When somebody owes, I looked at some balance sheets recently. I just gave an example to this. Somebody owes 500 million. Their turnover right now, I'm talking about their gross income is less than 2 million right now. They have overhead expenses, excluding that for the executives, of 2.3 million. They are already running at minus 300,000 naira every month. Yet the bank says they want to restructure their loan for the next 3 years. Okay, even if they restructure it for the next 3 years for them, that means they have to pay about 15 to 20 million naira every month, even without interest. They cannot pay that. They cannot even pay 5 million. They cannot pay 3 million. They cannot pay 2 million. So it's better to face the reality instead of carrying toxic assets and carrying fictitious profits. We need to start looking at serious amnesty for some of these people. Some of them need to go to bankruptcy courts. I've said the bankruptcy is a business tool. There is nothing sad, there's nothing emotional about it. More than half of the stock broking firms, more than half of the investors who dive into the stock market, they need to be rushing to the bankruptcy court for bankruptcy reorganization and protection.
Precisely, right.
So that they can give a realistic plan. For instance, that farm I was talking about, realistically, the party cannot pay more than 20,000 naira a month back to anybody right now. Yes. And here they are talking about
it's a very serious situation.
I mean, I totally agree with you. And it is important too, because it sends a message back to the central bank.
Yes.
Last 2 years, when we continued, I remember that at the time I was branded a messenger of doom. Consistently, I wrote and consistently I spoke about this. And I gave figures. In fact, the Africa report, I can put it very clearly here. Before they made their final exposition, so to say, they called me. Okay, but
Nicholas.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
The managing editor.
Nicholas.
Okay, but let me put it this way. When the CBN was entered into that era of hand clapping, that they felt this is like a Reagan miracle, where you could ease money supply with moderate prices or inflation. They knew as well that it would get to a point where bad investments were going to be made. It is for them, it is also good that they see the consequence of what that is perfect. That's why I agree totally with you that we should get to a point where those bankruptcy things have to be so that the CBN could by itself will see what it has also done.
And then the message will therefore be institutionalized.
Yes.
This idea that we pass it through the back door. I mean, we made a point here. We said when you had a bank with about 1 billion and 2 billion, you had guys who could just manage maybe 100 there, and then now they think balloon to 100 billion. You kept your risk unit, your credit department, the same level of complex. There was no expansion, there was no skills complex, no growth. If you look at where the growth came, it came in the marketing department, deposit liability, a very growing capacity there. But that's even another thing. He made another point when he said there's psychology to manage 1 billion. It's not from the person who manages 1 million.
Definitely.
I remember that then when Soludo was doing this, I held a conference in Lagos Business School. And I believe it was Felicia Phillips who said, the greatest challenge we would have with consolidation, it's not that we won't have big business or big money, but we lack the capacity to manage big business.
Yes, to dimension that.
In respect of corporate governance, in respect of processes that will be required to make sure that you use the word to dimension the money, to reporting, and to position yourself to be responsible. That what he envisaged will happen, and it has been proved right, is that things will get to our head and we just want to show us.
That's why
everybody is buying jets and whatever. We just lost the discipline.
But that's to the man that is managing 10 billion, he doesn't understand. I think give him 10 billion now. The first person that walks in his door is going to give him no because he wants to get the money out.
So what it all boils down to, from regulators to investors to the stockbrokers, we all got go happy with the bank consolidation, and we were not, from the top to the bottom, we were not prepared for what, perhaps with the exception of the analysts.
There's one thing you haven't seen in what happened with Lamido is that the most significant challenge we had approached and we still have is that we don't have a financial services regulatory service in this country. We have individual people looking at silos.
We just set up a center for the study of African financial regulatory institutions.
Okay.
I haven't communicated that to you. In fact, we have even set up a model, a newsletter and a journal to track and to monitor and to also send feedback to the regulators. We haven't started implementing it fully because we're trying to get hooked up to two institutions. One is Oxford and then one is Stanford. To see if we can get there. Because if we grow ourselves here, they will not listen to us. But if we come with big names behind us, they will listen to us. Okay.
So because when Lamido came out, and Ocean raised the point, if you took this decision for his bank within your powers, but yet your powers relate to depositors and the banks, these banks also have responsibility to SEC and the Nigerian Stock Exchange where they are investors. Some of these men, if not all, are key shareholders, if not majority shareholders in their institutions. What therefore happens to those ones? What therefore happens to investors?
And by extension, the various interests go to the representatives. The shareholding structure. Some of those shares were not just for other people.
So are you getting my point? So what you've therefore done now is, yes, whereas you're dealing with the banking problem, what would have been nicer for you in reaching that decision was to gain a consensus with SEC so that we have a model that when we have erring bank directors and it is proven, because you cannot rule out the possibility that in